hurt.
He nearly lost his life in a hit-and-run crash 2 years ago. Now a bicyclist who's still recovering has a warning for both drivers and riders. Fox 59's Kent Erdahl has his emotional message in a story you'll only see on Fox 59. Kent?
Well, that's right, Bob. Nick Neuheiser said his message isn't just for drivers. That's because he knows he took a big risk himself back in 2009 when he was coming up Delaware Street here at 3 in the morning after Irish Fest, wasn't wearing much of anything reflective and didn't have a helmet. But at the same time, he couldn't do a lot to avoid the accident. This was a construction zone right here at Delaware North Street, so he had to go into Delaware Street. That's when a driver struck him from behind and, of course, took off. And that's why he says everyone has to be accountable.
I think everybody deserves their space.
The person who hit Nick Neuheiser and left him for dead 2.5 years ago has yet to be held accountable.
Actually, the police have never even contacted us, since the hospital.
Nick's traumatic brain injury forced him to start over, taking much of his sight and memories surrounding the accident. Yet Nick says he does know he's also partially accountable.
It was too late, and I was downtown in a big city, and I probably shouldn't have been on my bicycle.
That ability to focus on what he can control helped Nick regain his step and his voice within just 8 months, earning him a Patient of the Year award. And in the nearly 2 years since, he continues to regain his passion for music.
My axe is terribly out of tune.
Along with his sense of humor and his sense of adventure. But he says there's one accomplishment that can't be topped.
My boy. Probably the most proud of him.
Nick's son Blake, born just after the accident, recently celebrated his 2nd birthday.
Instead of dwelling on the past, I focus on the future and how bright it can be.
That's why Nick is now hoping to improve the future for the next generation of cyclists, at a time when a new statewide study shows traffic collisions involving bicycles jumped by 7% in 2010, and cyclists were found to be 17 times more likely to die in hit-and-run accidents than motorists.
Wear a helmet. It's very important because with a helmet, I might have not lost my vision.
Though Nick can no longer ride a bike or drive a car, he hopes new educational efforts by Bicycle Indiana will help everyone learn how to share the road. And if something does go wrong, he hopes everyone will be more accountable.
Helps put my mind at ease to know that someone would take responsibility for what happened.
Tonight, I can tell you Nick Neuheiser is now working part-time and still living at home. He hopes to eventually work full-time and live on his own. Meanwhile, he says he's impressed with the way that the city has grown things like the cultural trail and other areas for cyclists. He just hopes that education grows along with it. Reporting live downtown, I'm Kent Erdahl, Fox 59 News.